Hi, and welcome to a brand new episode of Sipping Tea with Suzanne. I am your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne, and I'm excited to kick off Women's History Month. First, I want to say I appreciate your flexibility. Last week we had to reschedule the show, but we knew that we were going to have the lovely, the fabulous Miss Lorna Ellis in the studio with us to kick
Hello,
off the month. So, how are you?
I am good.
All right, so we gave her some special treatment. So we are doing the show on a Tuesday. This week we'll still have our show on Wednesday, but we wanted to kick off Women's History Month with some phenomenal women in the Commonwealth. So Miss Lorna Ellis is here with me. We're going to get an opportunity to talk with her and just learn about all the fantastic things that she does, how long she's been in Worcester. She actually just told me how long she's been in Worcester, and I can't believe it. So that was really, really cool. But a couple of things I want to thank all our loyal viewers and subscribers for tuning in week after week. We appreciate you. I want to thank our executive producer, Paul Anderson. Thank you so much for making the magic happen week after week. And, honestly, I want to say to our viewers, I appreciate you. I do appreciate you guys subscribing and sharing and, the interaction. It really helps. And, to all my lovely guests that says yes and all the recommendations and all of that, please keep them coming. I appreciate you. But as I mentioned, this is Women's History Month. I have a fabulous lineup of women for the month of March. I do also want to shout out that I am going to be doing the I Got You Too Sis Summit. So this is the second year. Last year was fantastic. The speakers application closed this weekend, and we're going through and choose selecting the speakers. It's going to be on Thursday, March 27th from 5 to 9 at the JMAC. It is free to attend. Register on Eventbrite. It's a celebration for women, about women, with women. There's going to be speakers and vendors, and it's just going to be an amazing time. So 327 this year, this month at 5 p.m. So as I mentioned, I'm kicking off the month with the lovely Miss Lorna Ellis, a fellow Yadi. Wagwan. And, welcome. This is your first time on the show.
Yes,
Yes, you've been on my podcast though.
yes.
I have a podcast which don't ask me when it's coming back. So it's called Sit Down with Suzanne, and that's just audio only, and you were on it. I think actually a couple of years ago when I actually highlighted Phenomenal Woman, or
Yes,
yeah,
you did. You
yes,
did.
yeah. So okay, all right, I love that. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so it's a little bit of history. So Miss Lorna is friends with my mom. Uh, I met her through my mom, and obviously we end up, having a relationship because we're gonna find out what it is that she does, and how our business interact, and how we grow by supporting and promoting each other. But she was friends with my mom. She's a friend of my mom.
Yes.
So
Volunteering with selling her cookies and
okay.
the match of them walk and
Oh my
everything.
goodness. Oh girl,
So
you're
that
going way back.
I
That is way back. So my mom is the queen of volunteering. So yeah, March. Do they still have the March of Dime Walk?
no, but the funny thing is that I was the captain working at Hanover Insurance
Okay.
for the Matcha Walk.
Were
I
you?
did it for 16 years,
Wow.
planning and doing all the walking and gathering everything.
Oh
So
wow.
when she came and showed me the paper, and I'm like, she's just doing it for a friend, and I'm like, okay, well,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. All right. And you're like not knowing that you were the
I keep it quiet.
Okay, all right. So we're going to talk a little bit about you because I know you don't really like to talk about yourself, but that's the whole idea of this show, to talk about you, to share everything about you so folks can get to know you and get to support your business. So breathe, breathe, let it go. We're going to talk about you, honey. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, because you own For You Bridal and Prom, and we're going to talk about that. But you came to Worcester a few years ago. Quite. How long have you been in Worcester?
Since 1983.
Oh wow. So you've been in Worcester for a very long time. And what was it that you did for? Because it was not this.
Well, I started sewing in Jamaica,
Okay.
and that is a passion of mine, learning from my aunt.
Okay.
And when I came to Worcester, I did it from my home,
Mm.
but working still a 9 to 5 job,
And what was your 9 to 5?
commercial insurance and Hanover insurance.
So Hanover, and it wasn't even when it was at that location.
No, we started at Lincoln Street
Yeah.
and then we moved downtown in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved over to East Mountain
Mm-hmm.
and then back to Lincoln Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, certain different locations and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
So
But
you were working insurance, you
it's,
were doing your passion on the side,
yes.
as we all do. So what was it that made you decide to dive fully into your passion?
Well, while working at Anova and going to school,
Oh
fashion
wow.
design school in New York, Mayor School of Fashion Design,
Mm-hmm.
I used to go on Fourth Avenue and Fashion Avenue and, talk with the people and stuff. And they will tell me that, you can purchase things and you can resell. So I used to do it out of my vehicle.
Okay. Oh, whoa, all right now. So you would buy and fix and sell out of your vehicle.
I would, no, I'll take it home and sew it,
Yeah.
but at work,
Yeah.
I had a lot of customers and they would just buy whatever they buy. And if it's a nice work blouse, a nice
Mm-hmm.
dress pants, shorts, summer
Yeah.
stuff. And if they wanted to be fixed, there was a gym
Mm-hmm.
and I used to do my fitting there in the
At the
gym, take it home and come back to work and
Do you think? So
yes.
we had to get creative. You know what's funny? Like what boggles the mind. I remember when I was young and like adult women like would go to parties and stuff like that. They would get their outfits made.
Mhm.
Like they didn't go into the store. So that's where you would come in like, and like
Yes.
I want this outfit and you guys made outfits.
And we used to make it. Actually, my aunt, she was a seamstress also that I learned from, but then she migrated in the 50s
Mhm.
to Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
And when I came to Worcester, I will take the bus, the Greyhound bus, because I was afraid of the highway.
Yeah.
So I will take the bus, go to Hartford. She will pick me up, and we will make all the dance hall clothes.
Listen, I you should have brought pictures. You
Oh Lord.
like
You
listen.
don't want to see some of those because
Time.
it was a
It was a
different
different time. Them
different
time the Beanie Man and Zim Zim a
cinema.
Batty Rider and
Ah, and the shorts, and you used to get the shorts, you make the shorts, because the glitter ones too,
yeah,
and sometimes the shiny one. And you make the bottom like come that you have the cheek out,
yeah,
and then you put on the strings in it, and then you just have the fabric cut out that for the breast, and you
yeah.
just put a string around it. And
Lorna, I need to see pictures. Like those were the days. So young kids, when we are this our generation is like, where's your clothes? Listen, I think each generation had its thing, right? Had its thing.
And the funny thing is that even growing up and sewing from a young age,
Yeah.
my mother didn't allow us to wear all those stuff.
Oh,
We couldn't. Even though you make it,
yeah. You couldn't wear it.
you couldn't wear it. She
Okay.
said, it is for them. It
Mhm.
is not for you.
Mhm.
You have to, be moderate with yourself.
Mhm.
So, and you can't do what the guys do and call yourself a lady.
Mm.
So we always try to conserve and dress
Mhm.
properly, even though you're making things for the public.
That's okay, but everybody has different
Different
style.
style.
Like everybody has different style. Just because I mean, I you can work in a store that sells cigarette and don't smoke, right?
Yes.
So I think no judgment. I think to each person their own individual style. You wear what you wear, but yeah, absolutely making the clothes doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna wear it.
Mm-hmm.
But absolutely, when people come with their design, you need to
You,
make their design.
you give them the design.
Yeah.
I think I might look for some of them and show it to
I
you.
see it like I need because it will bring back memories.
Oh.
It will certainly bring back memories. Those were the days. Like those were the days. So you're doing insurance. So when did you stop doing insurance?
I did it for 21 years.
Wow. So that was a long
Yes,
time.
I did it for 21 years until when the company started to shift and
Mhm.
start to outsource.
Mhm.
I think it was like maybe 2007, 2008, something like that.
Mhm.
And then I stayed home for at least 6 months, which in that I tell myself I'm going to stay home for a year
Mm.
and concentrate on my sewing and doing whatever I'm doing.
Mhm.
And I think 7 or 8 months after 2008, I got a job at Reliant Medical Group
Okay.
downtown, just where I started out in 1989, downtown Worcester. We were back to downtown Worcester again.
But a different feel. So
It's
you're
a different field.
insurance and now
Now
you're doing
the
medical.
medical follow up. It was a follow up, so
Mhm.
it's when you go to the doctor and a claim rejected,
Mhm.
we would go in and we will double check to see why it was
Mhm.
rejected. You call the insurance and they said, well, it's missing some notes or it
Mhm.
missing like an attachment.
Mhm.
If you have a boot on your foot, they want to see the price, so you had to pull that and attach back the claim, and then you send it off. It was fun.
I mean, hey, now everything is
But
computerized, but you know, it was something to do, and okay,
even though it's computerized, you still
you
have to
still
pull,
have
have
to.
to do,
Oh
yes,
wow,
yes, those is not
that
automatic.
hasn't changed.
That haven't
Oh
changed.
wow.
You know,
Okay.
you have to do manual stuff to go get the form
Mhm.
and go, and sometimes you scan it through and you fax it off and stuff, but you
Mhm.
have to
Okay. So, insurance, medical
medical
claims,
and sewing same way.
and still our
This
passions
is
on your
the
side.
side.
You on the side. You never stop
I
sewing.
never
You
stop.
never stop sewing.
Never stop.
So, what was the catalyst for you? When did you decide to do sewing full time?
Well, while downtown, the store, it was for you, Prom and Bridal,
Hmm.
and the lady was there,
I
and
remember that store.
I used to go there and talk with her and
Hmm.
ask her if she need any help.
Hmm.
And she said yes, if she need any help, she will let me know. So I would go and give my number. And when she have a question and a customer have a difficulty not choosing the dress, she will call me
Hmm.
and I will try to come down on my break time or my lunch time and I will talk with the customer to see what is the issue
Hmm.
because she didn't sew, but
Mm.
I sew. So
Ah.
I would have the pins and stuff, and I will pin the dress to them and said, if you do this or do this, then this is what the dress look like.
Hmm.
And so, and I said, well, I have a sewing machine home. I sew, I do alteration. And then I was doing alteration for her
Mm.
while working still.
Okay. All right. So you're working and then doing the
Alteration,
alterations.
yes. And after 4 years, she got sick and she was closed for 3 months.
Mm.
And when she opened back, she said she's not sure if she's going to get to continue this
Mm.
because her daughter want her to move to New York
Hmm.
and she wouldn't know what to do with the business. So
Hmm.
that was April 2019.
Hmm.
And then I told her I will buy it from her.
Mm. Wow.
And I did.
Right place at the right time.
Yes.
Look at God.
Mhm.
Okay. So you bought the place from her and you were downtown
I was
because
downtown in
it's
Midtown Mall.
the Midtown Mall,
Hmm.
you know, that's where you were. But you're not currently located there right now. You are at 269 Lincoln Street.
That's correct.
Yeah. So how did we go from Lincoln Street to from downtown to Lincoln Street?
Well, the mall was sold,
Mm-hmm.
and the new owner he claimed that he wanted that space right there,
Mm-hmm.
but then he twice the rent. And I'm like, a small
Mm.
store like this
Mm.
for that
Yeah.
price rent,
Mm-hmm.
I will seek out somewhere that will accommodate me. So I moved to 892 Main Street because
Mm-hmm.
it was available.
Mm-hmm.
But I know 269,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be my permanent place, but it was under construction. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to wait.
Mm-hmm.
But moving there, and then COVID came
Yeah.
10 months after. But it was a blessing too,
Mm-hmm.
because while everything were closed and couple people know that I sew, I end up making masks for the hospital, the nurses, the
Wow.
doctors. everybody.
Mhm.
I had my sister-in-law was visiting from Jamaica. She never sew, but her mom was a dressmaker, and I teach her how to sew.
Mm.
So we were making up to 500, 600 masks.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we that was
Yes,
a time.
yes.
That was the time. So wow. So
Hmm.
listen, the sewing, it's a lost art. I remember, growing up in Jamaica, like you can't leave school without learning one of these essential skill sets. So whether it's home ec, there's cooking or sewing or something like that. It's not something that's teach unless you go to trade school, but these are valuable skill sets to have because look at that in COVID, you're making masks
Yes.
and we needed masks.
And the funny thing is, I went to Pembroke Secondary School,
Mm-hmm.
so I decided I wanted to do home economic,
Mm.
and so sewing was a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I already was making my own school uniform
Oh,
for
okay.
school. That was 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
And so the teacher said we're going to make we call it a habit skirt at the time,
Yeah, I
the
remember
straight
I
skirt
had
with,
to we had to
yeah,
make the
make the
skirt
skirt
and cut it with and mark it
back
with the
to
chalk and
chalk, and
yes.
yes.
I remember.
So she gave us the project what to do. So I made my skirt. I never asked a question.
Yeah.
And she came over and she said, "Can I speak with you?"
Yeah.
And she called me one side and she said, "Is your mom a dressmaker?" I said, "No, but I made my own school uniform, and my mom let us make my brother's school shirt
Mhm.
for school because it's khaki shirt, and
Yeah.
the tailor made the pants, and then we made the shirt. Me and my
Mhm.
sister, my
Wow.
older sister. So from then I teach the class. I
Oh,
never do sewing.
only in Jamaica. Do it. Now you're teaching.
So she needed help. So I asked.
I love it.
And when I came to New York at Mayer's Fashion Design School,
Yeah.
the teacher was a Cuban teacher.
Mhm.
And there were so many people trying to figure out the industrial machine,
Mhm.
while I already know how
You
to
were already
know the
using
news
it.
in it.
Yeah.
So I told her, I said, I can help you because she was, like 20 students and she alone running from one
One to
place
the
to the
other.
other.
Yeah.
I said, I can help you. And she said, you know how to use them? I said, yes.
Mhm.
So I end up
Mhm.
teaching the class with her.
You better have gotten an A.
I, yes, yes. No, but you
Yeah.
get your own work
You
and
do.
stuff. But
Yeah.
then, because they all were newly student people who come in to learn, but they didn't have any idea how to
Mhm.
use the machine or do
Mhm.
any sewing.
Absolutely.
And when I just started, there was a class and they had everybody talking about this young guy that was in one of the classes. Name was Christian. Christian, you know that he is one of the biggest designer for Hollywood now?
Really?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I went to the school.
Oh wow. What's his last name?
I watch him on Project Run and stuff. And they say,
You're like, I know his last name. Oh, that's
yes, yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. So clearly, you've always had a passion and been ahead of the curve when it comes to sewing and design and all that. So you have this business because the previous owner decided that,
And
she
she got
can't
put
continue.
in. Yes.
So you took a leap of faith. You bought the business,
Yes.
moved from one location to the next temporary location, and then moved to lovely location, by the way, tons of space. You're always busy behind the machine. Like I said, 269 Lincoln, and you carry so much merchandise. And I think sometimes people are amazed, like they don't realize. So tell us just some of the things that you carry at your location. And what is it that you do at the location? Because you do a lot.
Unfortunately, I do custom make few things, not a lot. It takes up a lot of my time,
Mm-hmm.
and so I kind of draw back from that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do a lot of redesigning
Mm-hmm.
and alteration.
Mm-hmm.
I do from young kids
Mm-hmm.
to men's suit,
Mm-hmm.
pants, jacket. I repair zippers, put in new zippers in their coat and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And
you do a lot of
I
repairs.
don't
Like
know
basically anything you need
any
repair,
any automation.
bring it to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You have prom dresses. I know
Iron.
you have African design
So,
clothes. You have
yeah.
quinceanera. That's like one of your big
Big icon.
markets. Like,
Yes.
yeah, the sweets. Is it Sweet 15?
Sweet
Is it
15.
15? Like the 15
15.
party is massive. I know that, that's
Yes.
a huge part of your clientele because it's the whole
Brother,
production.
yes.
You do a
With
lot
the
of wedding
damas
dresses.
too, with the
And
damas,
with
with
the
the
damas,
damas, yes.
absolutely, yes. And you do a lot of weddings. I swear every time I come in, you're doing a wedding dress.
So far, I am hit with a lot of weddings
Yeah.
this year.
Wow.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, but it's
Love
good.
is
It's good. It's no, I know.
love is I wanted to have these weddings, but hey. And these gowns are just gorgeous.
Yes.
Like they're
Yes.
just intricate, they're beautiful. And I know you do, the measuring, the sizing, you add pieces
Pieces
to
of
make it bigger in case you gain a little. For those lucky enough to lose the weight, you make it smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Add zipper, you change design. I think I had a dress.
Yeah, I redesign it,
You
and
redesign, yeah, a lot.
I said,
So we are going to talk. So I have my ball, like my holiday ball,
yes.
and so Marcia, who's a mutual friend, you had this simple black gown, and she called me, and she was like, Suzanne, Miss Lorna gave me this really really nice dress, but she was like, I'm not going to show it to you until the day off the ball. So she was just like, it was just a plain black dress, and she did it, and then she was so proud, like she walked the red carpet in the gown, and it was beautiful. And like when she showed me, she was like, so this is the gown and
Then
this is what it looks like. So for those of you who are following me, go on my page. There's a picture of Marsha, like she's in the gown, and she showed the before and the after, like how you just redesigned and changed it up.
I think that is my downfall. I don't do a before and after picture. I just bring in the
You
sub, yes,
have to.
and I just do
Like
it,
you have to. Like this is what it looks like, and this is like what I can do to it. So speaking of that, I know that there just with everything that you do that's in the store, like your business is related to a lot of business. So like I do tea parties, and I tag you in a lot of the posts because so folks can come. You sell
the
the
fascinators,
fascinators, you sell the gloves, you sell the jewelry, you sell the dresses. I do the ball. And I remember the last 2 years, I think half my guests had on
and the ball.
Manny and I are doing the red carpet, and we're like, "Where do you, where, like, where did you get your gown for you bridal and prom?" But I love that, though. I genuinely love to see that. I have so many folks are like, "Oh, I already went to Miss Lorna and got my dress." Like, I already, so I knew a lot, including my mom, my sister, and all that. So,
Oh, they might have a customer, They, as soon as the ball was over and I was there,
yeah,
they said, Miss Lorna, you got to top this dress here. So, and after yesterday, she called me,
which one, mother or sister? I don't know.
sister. So, Miss Lorna, did you find my dresses yet? I said, I'm still waiting for the
Yes.
catalog to come.
Listen, so their dresses are phenomenal for like the last 2 years. So like somebody called me was like, "Where did your mom get her dress?" It was like a golden black dress. Speaking because my mom is this tall, so it's fine. I can't wear it. But then my sister had on this gorgeous like teal green
Oh,
gown.
yes,
So then
yes.
everybody's like, "Oh my God, where she got it?" I'm like, "For you, bridal and prom." And then this here, their gowns were like, oh,
Over the top because by now they're saying to me it's got to be better than last year. So I'm on the hook, So,
you do it though. Like every year it gets better. Like
yeah.
Denise's gown was this extravagant, decadent. Like I feel like I need to wear it to a wedding in Paris. It's stunning. So if you are thinking of you're a bridesmaid or a bride or you're going to your prom or a date night, like whatever the occasion, the gowns are there for you, bridal and prom. And as I said, so my business with doing tea parties and balls and things like that, it's just a great way for us to help support each other's business.
Yes.
Like with the customers. And there's if you're thinking of doing other things, I know you do a lot.
I teach
You
sewing.
teach.
I
You
teach
teach
sewing with the
sewing. Yeah,
teenagers.
you do. So
Yes, and anybody come and have a problem with their sewing machine, I take it, I
yeah,
troubleshoot it for them,
yeah,
and I, show them how to use it. And
yeah. You guys have to teach me to sew because I forgot. I forgot everything I learned.
It's just a part,
I did. I
so
did. And I love tutus. And I'm like, I need to stop buying tutus. But maybe if I buy the tulle, I can
and you can
make my
make my
tutu.
tutu.
So,
Mm-mm.
so we'll talk because you got to teach me
Yeah.
how to. All right. So I also want to talk about, so based on your shop and the things that you sell, you also do fashion shows.
Yes.
So how did this come about? Because I know you've been doing quite a few, and I know. All right, so I'm gonna tell you this right now. You need to post more on social media.
That's my weakness because I'm busy sewing.
You need to post on social media. I know you need.
I know.
I know. You just might need to hire a social media manager, somebody who does it for you, because it's hard to keep up. And Lorna, you got to show these dresses, like the before and the after, the events that you do, because like conversation with you, you're like, just did a fashion show at Clark, and I'm like, I didn't see one picture, Lorna,
I know.
not one picture. So you do quite a few fashion shows, not just the big one, which we're going to talk about, but how did you get into doing fashion shows?
I started doing fashion show in Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
Yes, with our neighbors,
Yeah.
and my sister and I, we used to make, like a summer clothes for our neighbors and the kids. And on the sidewalk or on the street is a
Mm-hmm.
side road. And we used to do fashion shows
Mm-hmm.
and talent concert
Yeah.
do. So fashion show is like,
It's in
a
your blood too.
yes,
Yes, I love it. Daughter. Well, your
my
granddaughter, I
granddaughter.
should say.
Yes,
She also designs and
yes.
sews, and she had a fashion show for the youth, which was so lovely. You know, my daughter does her fashion show. She's
Mhm.
younger, and but you have a fashion show, the Grand Finanza fashion show. So with the first year,
Yes.
last year was year two,
Mhm.
and
This
October 11th.
11th, yes.
October 11th at 6 p.m. is the Grand Bonanza Fashion Show Year 3. And
Yes.
I was blessed enough to be the MC for the last two with Mr. James Lambert. And the fashion show is in a collaboration between you and Marsha.
Marsha Burnett,
Yeah,
yes.
Marsha Bertrand from SNS Cleaning. And it's just such a wonderful community activity, I think, you know.
Yes. Having a lot of the high school girls, seniors and juniors that come to the store
Yeah.
and noticing that the only thing they have is their prom,
Mm,
and that's it.
yeah.
So when I talk with them and introduce them that I want to
Mm-hmm.
do a fashion show, they were
Mm-hmm.
so excited. And I'm like, but I can't muggle. So we just said, you don't need to be a muggle to walk in a fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
Just Google it and see somebody walking on the
Yeah.
runway. And so then that is how we get a lot of our girls from
Mm-hmm.
the high school girls. And
Mm-hmm.
then we start incorporating our family members. My niece comes up from New York
Mm-hmm.
and she modeled for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, there's like it's so many like there's
Yeah.
different folks there,
Ev-
just showing up and doing things. Actually, that you showcase other designers,
Designers, yes.
which is fantastic.
Yes.
Um.
Because we're all small businesses,
Mm-hmm.
and not because my store is a dress shop. You have
Mm-hmm.
other dress places too, or casual clothes. We
Mm-hmm.
do wear casual clothes.
Absolutely.
So for me to incorporate them into what I do is showcasing that they are
Mm-hmm.
human too. They
Mm-hmm.
need business.
Mm-hmm.
They need a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taking away my crowd from me
Mm-hmm.
because you're not going to wear a shorts to a wedding,
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah.
I don't feel that there's a
There's
competition
none
right
at
now.
all.
There's none,
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
a person is sure about themselves, what they do,
Mm.
you can have three, four, five person come in
Mm-hmm.
and join you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not intimidated because I'm not intimidated with anybody who comes to say, I want
Yeah.
to be join you because you're not going to take away what I do.
You can't.
Mhm.
If your talent is
So
a
to
gift
give
from
them,
God and you're secure in who you are, ain't nobody, nothing can
mm,
stop it. What's for you is meant
but
for you.
Right.
That's why you see McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and
Yes.
all of them,
Yes.
and they survive because
Mm-hmm.
there's some people who like McDonald's, some who like Wendy's, some who Burger King, some people like Taco Bell, like whatever it is. I truly believe that there's room for all of us.
Yes, and if we incorporate, couple
Mhm.
people, if we're doing a show, it's not all about you, it's about the community,
Mhm.
and you want them to see what the
Mhm.
community has to offer. As the vice president of the Main South Business Association, and
Mhm.
there's so many business there,
Mhm.
we try to highlight the restaurants too.
Mhm.
That it's a
Mhm.
lot of Latinos, you have a Caribbean, you have Brazil, you have so many.
Mhm.
Why just showcase only one set and leave
Mhm.
the others behind?
Mhm.
So this time for our fashion show, we want to see if we can incorporate some of the food vendors.
Mhm.
Only that DCU doesn't allow food, so we
Mhm.
shopping around to see if we find a nice vendor
Mhm.
where we can have food. So you have different culture can come and have a
Mhm.
little table and
Mhm.
serve their food, which will be for sale, not
Mhm.
free. But
Obviously.
so that is one of the things we are trying to work in. That is why we said that the venue is to be announced, because we are shopping around to see if we can find something
Mhm.
that can accommodate certain things more
Mhm.
than just the closing.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. I know that's one of the challenging thing for space.
Yes.
It's like because a lot of these spaces, like you can't bring out other things, and
Mm-hmm.
you're right. It's an opportunity for to showcase so many different business. You can showcase the designers in the show, the food vendors, and other products. Like
Yes.
other vendors come and they sell their product.
Yeah.
Last year, the one of my mentee from Eforall, she's a designer. She came. She actually had a table,
Mm-hmm.
and Marsha wore one of her gowns down the
Yes.
runway. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just I think if we have the ability to help somebody else shine, we should take it.
Yes.
We
Yes.
should absolutely take it.
Yes.
All right. So you mentioned the Main South Business Association. Tell me about that. And what is the Main South? I mean, girl, I know, but let's what is the Main South Business Association?
The Men's South Business Association is a group of businesses that unite together. If you have a business in the area, you can join. You have a yearly fee.
Mm-hmm.
You join, and we spotlight every month. We spotlight a business,
Mm-hmm.
and for our monthly meeting, which is every last Monday of the month at 6:30, we spotlight different businesses too
Mm-hmm.
that has different culture,
Mm-hmm.
food and stuff, and then you can talk about your business and where it
Mm-hmm.
is. You can also be a sponsor too,
Mm-hmm.
and you have your business, and if you are a sponsor, you can highlight your food and whatever you do and the name of it and stuff. We recommend that also.
Yeah.
So it's putting more business on
Mm-hmm.
the spotlight to say we are here.
Mm-hmm.
We are not just about a community, just only think about ourselves. We are
Mm-hmm.
incorporating all the businesses around.
Mm-hmm. All right, wonderful. I know you're president and you are the VP, and you guys have a lot of opening. I see you guys around opening a lot of businesses and breaking ground on new development and
Yes,
all that. So if you're in the Main South area, and the fee is actually not that bad.
it's
So
$75 for
75 bucks a
a
year.
year.
So
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. Your main South business, that you certainly get the support. And they connect you to resources or,
yes,
but so join up. Join up.
yes.
It's worth the $75 a year. I promise you.
They can come and visit. They can come in and sit down one day,
Yeah.
introduce themselves, and come and sit down
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
listen to what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And, we,
Okay. So speaking of the main South, so I know I have a ball every December. You guys have something in December
and
too.
we have our ball every December too.
Yes, you guys have that. So have you guys chosen the date this year yet?
I'm not sure as
Yeah.
yet. I know we
Okay.
put out a date, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I think maybe think it's the first Sunday in December.
Okay, okay, all
I
right.
think it's
First Sunday in
I think
December.
it's maybe about the first. I could be
Okay.
wrong,
Yeah,
but you
don't be
know,
listen. It's in December, so
yeah, it's December. It's in December.
so it's in December. So what else are you doing in the community? I know that it's important to you to give back and to get involved in the community. And in the beginning of the show you talk about a couple of the things that you did with my mom with the volunteer. You did the March of Dime walks, selling the cookies or was it
The-
cookies or chocolate?
We did chocolate, a
Chocolate.
chocolate,
All right. So what are some of the other things that
and
you enjoy volunteering in?
so many. We have
You
even for our main
you do a lot.
for our main south too. We have a school fiesta, main south school fiesta
Oh, okay.
every August at the YMCA. But this year they will
Mm-hmm.
be doing construction and the parking lot.
Okay.
So we should be shifting gear, and I think we are thinking about the Universal Park,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and we want to do a
Mm-hmm.
spring fashion show
Okay.
and a vending there with some of the business. So if
At
anybody
the park?
at park,
Oh,
at
okay, girl.
Universal Park, outside, outside. We
Okay.
did a fashion show at World of Food
Okay. Oh,
at M
yes.
Park.
I was there. I was there. I took
Yes,
pictures. I was the photographer, Miss Harlan. In World of Food is June 1st.
June 1st,
June 1st.
my birthday.
That
Kind
so
of like my birthday.
yeah, I don't do anything on my birthday except what I want to do. So, but you're gonna have to decide if you're doing a fashion show that day.
Oh,
Um,
well, I will.
yeah,
If it calls for,
yeah,
because I'm not putting on the clothes. We have the muggles and
yeah.
stuff.
The kids,
We have the dress. We have,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they love it. The kids love it.
they do.
We already have kids coming, their parents coming asking when is the
Mhm.
next show. I said, well, I'm going to try to do something for the spring. So come back and touch base with me and I'll give you
Mhm.
more information. But then we have our main South back to school fiesta and it's
Mhm.
in August.
And that's in August at University Park.
We might have it at
Mhm.
Universal Park,
Okay, yeah.
yes, but we always have it at the YMCA for the past 5 years.
Across that little park, because
Back
I was there.
in the back,
Yeah.
in
And
the
you got
back. And we did have a fashion show there. That the
yes.
kids want to have the fashion show.
Yeah.
So and I have plenty dresses. I have few
You have a
people.
lot of dresses.
I have a lot of dresses. I do have few dresses that was donated to me also. So
Mm.
if you know anybody who is interested in a prom dress,
Mm.
they can come on down. Just
Mhm.
fit a dress and you know,
Okay.
I
That's
can
very nice. That's
yes.
very nice. So if you desire a prom gown and you obviously don't have the funds, time's tough right now, come on down. You certainly, and
Yes.
if it fits, it is
Yes.
theirs free of charge.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
thank you. That's very nice of you, giving back. Always thinking of
You have to give back to the community. You have
you
to
do.
give back.
No, you
Yeah.
absolutely do. So I'm excited. Honestly, I'm looking forward to Grand Bonanza 3. Um, Grand Bonanza 3. We are searching for a location, but we're definitely excited about Grand Bonanza 3. And I got to shout out my amazing co-host, Mr. James Lambert the third, who we have a
Right.
we certainly have a lot of fun. And gotta get shout out to Mona. There's a lot of folks that are involved with it, but Mona each year
Each year, oh, it's a passion, a
she
passion.
is the backroom person.
Oh
And
yes.
if you have ever been to a fashion show, the back room is, no matter how organized you are, is utter chaos because you have models and dresses and hair and makeup and photographer and just lots of stuff. And anywhere between 30 to 50 women.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mona year after year showing up, doing the thing. We appreciate you, girl. We appreciate you. All right. So what's next for you? I know that you say you sew, but do you teach like any you teach classes, you say, but
Yes, if somebody comes and they
like if
want your
somebody come,
classes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
But I think your business would have to slow down a little for you to like have dedicated like teach classes like every week,
I
somewhere,
schedule it.
like you
I
schedule it
schedule
out,
it.
like
Yes,
okay,
I schedule it.
okay, all right. So when do you take a time off?
Never. And Sundays.
Okay.
Sundays are my
Sundays
downtime.
you close. Sundays,
Sundays I'm closed.
yeah,
I will go to church
yeah,
and I come back home and
yeah,
I chill.
and you chill. Okay, so
Yes.
what are the hours at the store?
It is Monday through Saturday from 11 to 6 p.m.
11 to 6, Monday through Saturday. That's a good time. Like you're basic, and but you always stay later than 6.
Yes, we close the door
Yeah.
if we have something that
Mhm.
is due, you
Mhm.
know, we
Mhm.
stay. Sometimes we are there up to 11, 12 o'clock. I think
Mhm.
we had a big wedding party,
Yeah.
African wedding party.
Yeah.
We left at 1:45 in the morning
Wow.
because the next day was the
The
wedding.
wedding. Oh my goodness. And
Yes.
it was a traditional African wedding?
It was a traditional African wedding,
Wow.
and all the dresses came in too late and nothing fit. They had to
Wow.
go out and buy fabric, and I had to add fabric to the dresses
Oh
from the
wow.
bride two dresses to the maid,
Wow.
seven bridesmaid and the bride. So
Was it just you or did you tell me you had some help?
I had some help.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes, even my husband helped too.
So hear that, husband?
Oh, yes,
That's jumping in and doing it all.
so,
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
yes, if
Oh,
I have certain things,
yeah.
you know,
Oh, look at that.
I
So,
have a surgery, so
okay, so it's not only just like the like your genes, like no wonder your granddaughter sews because it's like you sew, the husband sews, so
it's,
she got it on both sides. I love it.
and talking about her, she is on her fourth clothesline.
Oh, she's on her fourth clothing line. Okay.
Oh yeah, so,
Okay, okay. I know that each year, I don't know if she did a line last year, but I know each
yes,
year she typically
difficult.
does a line
Yes,
in the show.
yes.
Okay. All right. And when is she releasing this one?
I don't know. It's a secret because I just found out that she's making her sister prom dress
Wow.
for her senior prom for Dorothy. So
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen the color, heard the color. All I know that she's making her prom dress.
Okay.
So
Don't worry.
I don't
She
intervene.
she does a
This- but,
wonderful job. She does
She
a
had made her senior prom
yeah,
dress.
she did. Yeah, I have to
Yes,
see the picture. I hadn't seen it.
I
Yeah.
had. Yes, she had.
Well, I won't ask you this, but I know that last year she did a fashion show. I think
Yes,
I mentioned it earlier. She did a fashion show for the kids in June of
at
last year. And it was
yes,
very
but
nice.
yes,
Yeah, in
when
the
she
selfie room.
yes, when she had a selfie room at Southbridge Street.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was just all the kids, all about
Mhm.
them. It was wonderfully done. And
Mhm.
so, yeah,
Mhm.
well,
Yeah.
let's see if she's doing it
Mm,
this year.
yeah. I don't know. She's at Quincy.
Huh?
She's doing business at Quincy.
Is she? Huh,
Yes.
I might be teaching her next. Who knows? Who knows? I have the second level. So let's see. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
one of your granddaughters, so I don't want to miss the other
The
one.
one
One sews and one sings.
sings. Yes. Yes.
So do you have any musical talents?
I have no musical talent. But the funny thing is that when um coming to Worcester, we had a reggae program
Mm-hmm.
at WCUW 91.3 FM. At the
Yeah.
radio
Yeah.
station.
What you're talking about. I was like,
Yes,
I was trying to think if it was a TV station, but go on. Yeah, I don't
WCUW.
know what it is.
Yes. And my ex-husband at the time, he was a DJ on the radio with Chuck Chillin. He was
Mm-hmm.
doing the hip hop, and I used to take all the phone calls and select the music and everything.
Oh,
So we was on the radio
oh,
almost 2 years.
ah, the things we
So,
did. Okay. Okay. I okay.
so it's just showing a little of what
I'm gonna have to search that out, Lorna.
Chuck chilling.
Yes,
Even here,
yeah,
Charles, yeah, just check
yeah.
Charles,
He's
yeah,
been around
and
for a
probably a
while.
long
He's been
time.
playing
Yes,
music, I
yes,
think,
hip hop. He
like,
used to
yeah,
come on,
for
and
a very
yes,
long time.
he used to do the midnight shot. And so
Hmm.
we came off at 11, and he go on from 11 to midnight.
Oh, okay.
And then when they didn't have anybody to pick up the next slot,
Yeah,
then he would stay later.
yeah,
And then he get like what 2 hours and finish at 2 in the morning.
yeah. See, my
It's
thing is like I can't sleep at night, but I don't want to be out
out
that
of the
late. Like, so I have a problem falling asleep. I have insomnia. But then if you invite me somewhere and say it started at 10 o'clock, I'm not coming. I'm not going. So I wouldn't be able to do a show that starts at 11, and I just would be so exhausted.
sounds like the things that we usually do, and that
Yeah.
was a volunteer work on the radio
Oh,
station. So
okay.
that was
Yeah.
all volunteer work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I we volunteer a lot of our times.
I
We volunteer a lot of our times. But you
yeah,
know what, though? I always say, like, if it's something that you enjoy, but you have the power to stop it. So if you don't enjoy it, stop.
right.
And,
Yes.
it gives us an opportunity to do different things and reach
Mm-hmm.
different people. And I mean, we have one life. We got to live
You
it, enjoy it.
gotta do it because I will be at the World of Food. I
Yes.
will be at the Labo
Okay. When
next
is it
April,
April? Okay.
April 12th at the
Yes.
DCU.
Yeah, you
So
always get a table there.
I have a table
Yes.
there,
Yes.
and I will have a table at World of Food.
Okay. I love that. You've
And
invented out here.
I think tomorrow, if I have the time,
Mm-hmm.
I will go to Unique Cafe for the fundraiser that they have a human
Oh, on
for
Wednesday, yeah, on
yes,
Wednesday night.
yes,
Yeah, I think it's for the one child, and
for one child,
you're
yes.
on their board.
I am on their
Yeah.
board, so it is tomorrow. I think it's 6. Oh, it's
Okay.
calling.
Will you get out in time?
I'll try. I'll
Okay,
try.
you'll try. I mean, and
I'll
that's
try.
all we can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all we can do. There's so many different things taking up our time. So, I sometimes it's easy to support certain things if it falls
Yes.
with your schedule,
Schedule, yes.
but a lot of times, we have good intentions to attend things and
It doesn't.
things happen.
It,
Like today got away from me. And I literally met you here. We're doing the show, and yeah. So,
well, if I don't have anything conflicting,
mhm,
even from doing an alteration, I have
yeah.
a wedding party that they're picking up on Saturday, and I try to go in early and
Hmm.
stay a little bit later. But because I know I missed last week because I was sick,
Yeah.
and coming today, I
I
make
appreciate
sure
that.
that I push through what I had to do.
Yeah.
So you
No,
know,
it happens.
I
It,
got my granddaughter to help me to come
oh,
and do some of the
yeah.
alterations because she do work with
Hmm.
me too,
Yeah.
and so
Well,
it free up
thank you.
my time that I could have make it.
Thank you. I appreciate the time. I definitely wanted to have you on the show. And, as I said, things happen this season. Folks get sick. It's okay. You know what? The beauty of it being, my show is I'm able to reschedule it,
Yes.
right? So we reschedule. I actually have another show tomorrow that's
Oh,
going to
but
continue. The lovely Diana Preston, she's on the show. Do you know Diana?
I know a lot of faces, not names,
Names. Okay,
not
yeah,
names.
I'm with you because sometimes I run into folks and they're like,
Hmm.
"You don't remember me?" And I'm like, yeah, so it's okay. So I also have another show tomorrow, but as sometimes I say like I'm there in spirit. I
Hmm.
just physically can't make it because life be life in out here. We certainly have a
Hmm.
lot to do. All right, and when will you guys start selling the tickets for the fashion show?
As soon as we have everything done, packing
Mm-hmm.
everything, I think I
Okay.
should be meeting with Miss Marsha sometime this week
Okay.
to go over. She texts me that we need to be conference and sit down with all the planning and everything.
All right.
And we have few vendors already. We have few sponsors already.
Few
So my
designers,
few
yeah.
designers.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah,
I love
it's
it.
in the work. It's
I
in the
love it.
work, and we're
I
gonna
can't
twist it up
wait.
a little bit and see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just try to make it interesting.
Okay. I love that. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And I have a couple tea parties coming up, so I will tag
Yes,
you.
April. I think it's
First
April
Sunday,
Sunday.
first
First
Sunday. I
Sunday.
try to do the first Sunday to welcome spring. Uh,
Oh. So what is the theme?
so it's spring.
Spring.
It's spring. It's spring in bloom. So think
Okay.
flowers and things like that. So the first tea party, and then of course I get a lot of requests for the Bridgerton. So October it's
The
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
October it's Bridgerton. So
Mhm.
y'all do your thing. The last one was so much
Oh
fun.
yes. Mhm.
It was so much fun. I realized you had some hidden talent. You were painting. You were painting. All right. So I'm gonna go back to something. You said that on Sundays you relax. But what is it that you do for self-care? Because you work really hard. You do a lot of volunteering, in the community, main stuff, business, and you're busy. So Sunday church, come home. But like, what is it that you do? Like, this is for me. This is self-care. Lorna, 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 Lorna.
Well, both my husband and I, we make a part that we sit down
Mm,
and at least at night we read the Bible.
mm-hmm,
We read a chapter every
mm-hmm,
night and we talk about how our day was
mm-hmm,
and anything that is going on with
mm-hmm,
families and stuff,
mm-hmm,
and which one we want to
mm-hmm.
extend with or which one we want to hide from.
I'm not touching that one. Go on.
So,
But yeah, okay. All right.
yes.
All
And
right.
I'm a Harvard
Mm.
basketball fan and
Really?
football.
That surprises me.
So I watch my basketball game.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the Celtics or whoever is
So you
playing.
didn't have a team, you just like the game.
I just like the game. I just
Wow.
like the game. But I watch the Celtics more.
Because I
But
mean it's wow.
yes.
Oh wow.
But if I have, and I like to watch the scouting, especially the football scouting and basketball scouting.
Really?
So in the scouting, when they get to professional,
Mm-hmm.
basketball, then you see the journey of what they started,
Okay.
and then you see how they blossom and stuff.
Wow.
So I watch from the scouting to
Listen. This is the show to reveal stuff. And I did not know that.
yes,
Okay, so
yes,
you got that. That is your time that you do your thing.
yes,
Ah,
and Monday night football,
mm,
Sunday night football.
goodness
Yes, I
gracious.
am up sometime 10, 11 o'clock watching the game.
What?
Yes,
Did you watch? So you watched the past Super Bowl?
yes,
Who were you rooting for?
my Philly.
Philly?
Mm,
Okay. I did want Philly to win too. So,
yes.
okay. All right.
And I am always a Philadelphia fan
Mm-hmm.
because I had like Randolph Cunningham as a
Okay.
quarterback from that time.
Okay. So that
So
stayed with
that
you.
so that stayed with
Yeah.
me, and
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and
Jalen Hurts is pretty
and
good.
Jalen Hurd, and then I said,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm
Yeah.
rooting for Philly. I said my
Yeah.
Holmes was good,
Yeah.
and he won 2 times, and I'm like, I want
Yeah.
Philly to pick
Yeah.
this up, because they were a champ already. So I give,
Yeah.
and then the young players in it, and then
Girl, I was rooting for Jalen Hurts.
with his calm
For
demeanor and
yes,
everything,
and the way he
plays,
plays.
yes, yes.
I was
So
rooting for Jalen Hurts all the way. But yeah, no, I was very excited that Philly won. Oh, okay.
yes.
All right. So tell me because I don't know if you're gonna remember what's the last vacation you had.
The last vacation I had was, well, last year wasn't a
So you
vacation.
didn't do it. So I
I went to Jamaica twice,
mm,
but I went to my sister funeral,
yeah, I'm so sorry.
which was in March
Mm-hmm.
16th, which is coming up for her first year
Yeah,
anniversary, a passing. And then 3 months after that, I went to my father-in-law funeral.
yeah, I'm so sorry.
So my husband father passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we always try to go. I know when I did my 50th, I went on a cruise,
Oh, where did you guys
and
go?
we went on a 7-day cruise, and it was like 43 of us that went.
Oh wow,
My sister and her daughter, and
family.
couple of family members and
Yeah.
friends and stuff.
Wow.
And then we went back on another one just for fun.
Yeah.
And so I try to go
Good. Good.
go different places and go to New York. My cousin have a house in Philadelphia,
Mhm.
so we went there.
Mhm.
Sometimes we take trips to Pennsylvania
Mm.
because my sister-in-law
Mm.
she's there.
Hence
So
the reason for
the
Philly, but
next yes, so we do,
oh, good,
and
good, good.
after I watch some weird things in TV.
Okay.
Beachfront House.
Oh, okay.
And last night I was watching Orchard Bay
Mhm.
in Maine.
Mhm.
And I said to my husband this morning, I said, Maine is our next stop.
It's
I want to,
beautiful.
I want to
It's
go.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
But while going, in the couple of years back, while going to Belmont Amy Zion Church,
Mhm.
and they always every year they have a day to remember.
Mhm.
And it was a resort that we go down to Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
And
Nice.
yes,
I
and
remember
some
those old church
churches,
trips. I don't know
but
if churches do that anymore
yeah,
though,
yeah.
like they used
Since
to.
COVID,
Yeah,
everything has
yeah, yeah. A couple of times they would have women trip to the Cape and
different. Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, I'm glad to see that you've gone to some spaces and places, but Maine is lovely. A couple years ago, for a couple of years, we did just visited different places in Maine. Just beautiful. It's cold. Don't try the
Yeah.
water, girl.
I don't
Leave
do the
us.
water.
But just nice, expensive, but it's really nice. Like, but everything is expensive now. So, but listen, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate, you coming on, and I know that you're busy, and I appreciate your time. Our time is our most valuable resource. So appreciate you giving that time to me. Lorna Ellis, For You Bridal and Prom, located at 269 Lincoln Street. You can check her for all your prom, your wedding, your date night, your quinceanera, your sweet 16, your 15, all these dresses. Plus, she also does alterations on anything that you want altered Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6. Check her out. So, thank you again
Oh,
for being on the show. I
thank
truly
you for
appreciate
having me.
you. Anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you. As we mentioned, Lorna Ellis kicking off the month of March for Phenomenal Woman Month as we celebrate Women's History Month. We have another show tomorrow with Diana Preston. Each week we're going to have a phenomenal woman on the show, and we're going to end the month Thursday the 27th with I Got You Sis 2 Women's Summit. It's an amazing opportunity to show up and be surrounded by phenomenal women supporting, cheering for, and encouraging each other. Thank you to our executive producer, Paul Anderson. Thank you to my loyal viewers and subscribers. And until next time, this is Suzanne and
Lorna Ellis.
saying ta ta.
Bye.